Alright, today we're going to be drawing a red panda, and you will need a pencil and a selection of colored pencils, a light orange, a medium orange, a kind of brown sienna, and a black. I'm using a darker pencil so that you can see my lines, but you probably want to start with a lighter pencil so that if you need to erase your pencil lines later, you can do so. You can see that I'm starting with shapes. I did a larger oval for the body, smaller oval for the head, and then 2 triangles for the ears. If you've ever done this before, I'm just working on the proportions right now. I put a line straight down the center. I put a line a little bit lower in the middle, horizontally in the head. And that's where I'm going to put the facial features in just a minute. The red panda has a really big bushy tail. They use their tail actually to stay warm in the winter months when it's really harsh. So what shape is the nose area here? Looks like a little more of a triangle. And we have a triangular nose that's a little rounded on the edges, 2 little eyes, and a little mouth. Once we start to put in more details to the red panda, you'll see that they actually look a little angry because of their white eyebrows. But that's okay. I mean, that's just their natural look. That's what they look like. Alright, so I just want to lightly outline where the white parts are going to go on the red panda. If you look at the panda face, they have these 2 white stripes on their cheeks, then 2 little white spots over the eyebrows, and that's what ends up making them look like they're a little upset sometimes. Alright, we're going to start with our light orange, and I'm going to use the side of my pencil point to add a little bit of shading. First, I just use my Panda Bear eraser to take out some of the lines, because any lines that you leave behind will show up underneath your colored pencil. It's okay, it doesn't matter. This is just a little drawing in our sketchbook, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But know that if you don't erase it completely, it might show up under this light orange color. But we're actually going to layer our colored pencils, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to put that darker brown sienna over it eventually. And the paper that is in my sketchbook has a little bit of tooth to it, which I like, meaning that it just has a little bit of texture to it. So as I'm shading, it's going to pick up that texture of the paper. So again, just filling in my light orange now. And I'm going the direction of the shape. So like as the red panda curves around the body, the fur goes that direction. I'm trying to follow that direction loosely. We have this big bushy tail. The red panda is actually used as a blanket when it gets really cold. Then I'm taking the darker orange and I'm going to layer that on top, and I'm going to put in a little bit of darker spots, maybe like, under the neck I put a little bit of darker orange, and then around the eyes a little bit. Did you know that red pandas were actually called pandas first before the panda bear? 50 years before giant pandas? So the red panda is actually the original panda. And does anyone know what red pandas like to eat? They actually like to eat bamboo. A lot like the big giant pandas that we all know and love. They're actually not a bear, if you thought that they were a bear. And now I'm just putting some darker brown shading into the face. But yeah, so the latest research says that pandas are actually in their own family. So they're definitely not a bear. To me, they look more like a raccoon. But they have an extra little digit, like a pseudothumb. So that's what puts them into their own family. And now I am just continuing to layer this darker brown over the red panda so that it gives it that beautiful reddish orange color of the fur. And again, look, I'm going the direction of the fur, like as the back of the red panda curves around. And then I'm adding a little bit of stripes to the tail, because if you look at a red panda tail, it does have that darker brown stripe to the tail. I'm definitely going to be drawing more red pandas because I think this is the first time I've ever drawn a red panda, and they are super cute. They're maybe my favorite animal. I have a lot of favorites, but I think they're up there with one of my favorites. If you press down harder with your colored pencil, like say you take a lighter or a darker color, whether you're working in the light or the shadow, it will blend your colored pencils to make it look a little more smooth. So that's what I'm doing right now, just trying to blend a little bit in the shadows, underneath the neck, and in the ears a little more. Oh no! And finally, a little shadow underneath our red panda so he's not just floating in space. And that's it. Thanks for watching.